Nguyen, a famous fashion designer and stylist. The way a people dress can reveal so much about that individual background, cultures, and personality. That's why it's not exaggerated to say that no piece of clothing speaks more about a person culture than a traditional costume of that culture. So here in my Vietnamese traditional costume, and known to be Ao Dai, I've been growing up seeing people wearing it all my life in different occasions, and I was taught how it's become the Vietnamese symbols of feminine beauty and people pride. By the end of this speech, you will learn more in depth about Vietnamese cultures and how I identify with the culture. First of all, I will talk about how Ao Dai itself is used within the cultures, how it comes to represent the important values in the cultures, and how I identify myself with it. So first, since Ao Dai is a traditional costume, wearing Ao Dai is another way to say that you're a part of the cultures. It can be worn in different occasions, such as formal, from weddings, mass to Tết festival, to everyday life to school or work. Earlier, I talked about how Ao Dai itself is used within the culture. Now I will talk about how it represents the Vietnamese culture and history. The formation of Ao Dai marked milestone in Vietnamese history. In the 1500s, Nguyen decided to build his own dynasty in the south, which is separated from the Trinh dynasty in the north. He ordered his people to wear long gown covered by trousers. His decision led to the birth of Ao Dai. Nonetheless, Ao Dai in fact is inspired by the Cham culture, which is the tribe that originally inhabited in the south of Vietnam. The fact that Ao Dai became the traditional costume not only because Nguyen wanted to win his support of the Cham as he built his own dynasty, but also he wanted to say things and show his respect toward those people. Now that you learn more about how Ao Dai represents the Vietnamese cultures and history, I will talk about how I myself identify with this culture. Since I was a little girl, I have always been amazed how women, regarding their age, look so delicate and charming in the costume. Especially an image of Vietnamese woman with long hair in the white Ao Dai evokes a sense of purity and refinement. Besides that, the image also constructs the perception of what a proper Vietnamese woman should behave. I have always wanted to be one of them, and knowing that in Vietnamese high school system, girls have to wear to school every Monday, and I was looking forward for it. However, when I was in 8th grade, me and my family moved to the United States, and I lost my chance. Nonetheless, I did wear it one time last year just to please my ego. Even though living far away from home, I still cannot deny the fact how greatly the cultures and its values affect the way I identify myself. The bond I have with the culture for the 15 years of my life taught me how to love and treasure its values. And thanks to my traditional family, I'm still able to live and breathe in that cultures. Further, as I discussed how I identify with the cultures, now I will sum up my points. In conclusion, now that you learn more in depth about the Vietnamese cultures and how I identify with it, through the point that I presented earlier, first, how Ao Dai itself is used in the cultures, second, how it comes to represent the Vietnamese values, and the third one is how I identify with culture. Lastly, is how gradually the image of Lady in Ao Dai created an ideal models of Vietnamese women. Last but not least, I encourage each and every one of you to wear the costume that you think embodies your cultures, and take a moment to ask yourself, what do you think, how by wearing this you represent a part of your cultures. As for me, when I wear Ao Dai, I'm reminded of a long history of my country with sadness and pride, and those are the things that I promised myself I would never take for granted. Thank you.